Only here on Wish Connect, you watched a Wish-exclusive performance coming from OPM band Mojo Fly. That was Tumatakbo. DJ Alice right here, and let's find out what's running through your minds right now for our Wish Connect question of the day. I'm wondering what makes you feel nostalgic. We have here an answer coming from George Garoy, who says he feels nostalgic whenever it's raining and whenever he's listening to his childhood favorite songs. For a wisher here named Ben, he says what he does whenever he's feeling nostalgic is reading some books. Just the mere smell of it takes him back to those times that, of course, he was reading that certain book. And whenever he would read, he would realize that he would go back to those times that, of course, he was in love because he usually reads romance novels right here. Alrighty, thank you for all of your answers so far. Like them, if you have some thoughts and some feelings you wish to share, you know where to do that. Our comment section is very much free for you. And I know that a lot of you here are very excited to say hello to our guest for this evening. So who am I to make you wait that long? So please welcome officially to Wish Connect, our man of the hour. From British Norwegian boy band A1, we have Mark Reed. Hey, Mark.
Hey, magandang gabi. How you doing?
Hi. I'm doing
Nice to see
well.
you,
It's so
DJ
nice to
Alice.
finally meet you. Yeah. I
Oh,
know
you
we've been
too. You too.
exchanging some comments and stories on Instagram before this whole thing.
That's right.
And it's
Yeah, it's
really,
so nice to
yeah,
finally connect with you.
pun intended, because we're on Wish Connect. And I love how,
Of course.
the sun is really shining really brightly from where you are. I'm guessing you're in the UK?
That's right. It's currently around about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are having one of those rare sunny days. We get about six a year, so we're grateful for them when we get them.
hmm I think the weather is on our side for today, right? So
I
it's
think
really
so.
going to be a warm and
Absolutely.
sunny, well, Wish Connect episode for us. Okay, so
Absolutely.
when it comes to things being super duper sunny and of course happy, it's not really the current situation for the rest of the world as
No.
we are facing a global pandemic. So how are things
Yes.
there in the UK?
Well, yes, firstly, I hope everyone is well. And of course, I just sort of send my best wishes, well wishes, and sympathies for anybody who's been affected by the current situation. But we're actually, well, I'd say about 12 weeks into it now, maybe slightly less. And things are actually starting to lift now. In fact, from Monday, people are going to be able to gather in groups of six or maybe 10. So things are gradually changing over here in the UK, but it has been a very, very uncertain time, slightly unsettling. And some people have been affected a lot more than others, of course. But yeah, I think it's slowly, gradually getting back to normal, or at least the new normal.
That's true. I know the new normal really would be
Yeah.
something that is uncertain for all of us, and it would definitely be a little terrifying at times. But
Yeah.
amidst this quarantine, were there some realizations that you were able to garner, or at least some good things that you got out of it?
Yeah, absolutely, DJ Alice. I'd say there's actually been quite a few positive things that have come out of this time. Firstly, most importantly, is the sense of togetherness that I'm feeling from everybody all around the world, probably more so than ever before. I know certainly over in the Philippines, people are very close anyway, and obviously family is so important. But in other parts of the world, like here in the UK, believe it or not, unfortunately, you don't actually connect with your family as much as you'd like. Everybody's very busy. Of course, we all lead very busy lives. But through this time, I think it's really brought people together, and it's brought a huge sense of community and togetherness, not just in the respective countries, but all around the world, because it's fantastic because of things like this, because of Instagram Live and social media. We've been able to connect with people immediately, which has been so nice. And I've been actually having a family FaceTime chat every single day at 11 in the morning since this
Wow.
began. And I hadn't done that for 30 years. So it's taken this to actually go, you know what, guys, let's stay connected. Let's speak every single day. And without fail, my brother, my mum, my dad, my cousins, we've all spoke every single day, and it's been really nice.
That's a really good thing to come out of this really unfortunate time. What's just really sad is it took a global pandemic for people to actually stay connected and to actually talk to each
Absolutely.
other. So in the
You're
future,
absolutely right.
probably don't wait for another pandemic. Just actually reach out to those people who are important to you. And yeah, don't take
Absolutely.
anything for granted. Nothing is
Quite.
promised in this life. But speaking of promises, I know that you always promise your fans as A1 that you always stay connected. And I saw
Yeah.
you posted on your Instagram a photo of you guys together. I actually have to say that you all of you really did age well.
Yeah, I guess so. I think you were talking about nostalgia as your question of the
Yeah.
day, which is a great question. I feel like through our music and through our connection with our fans, we've been kind of fortunate to be able to. I don't know. I think music keeps you youthful. It keeps you feeling younger, and I just think we're really fortunate that we have that bond with our fans. That I don't know. Maybe just because we've been playing around for 20 years, it kind of keeps us young.
That's the thing. The power of music is
Mm,
every time you listen to it,
absolutely.
it's like you're transported back to that time you were, say, 15
Yeah.
or 12, or when they were
Mm,
listening to you guys. But of course, I know that even after A1, you have come out with content for yourself.
yep.
And I know that you
Yep.
actually did make a song amidst this quarantine, and you actually had some
Yeah.
Filipino fans be part of it. So can you tell us a little more about it?
Absolutely. Now, initially, when this started, I was working on various projects relating to A1, some solo projects.
You had a
I was
tour.
working on some. Yeah, we were in the middle of a tour that actually we managed to do 3 weeks of the tour, and then the final week, unfortunately, was cancelled. But that's going to be rescheduled for 2021, and that was a great boy band tour called The Boys Are Back, and we were on the road with bands like Five, Damage, 911. I'm sure some of you are familiar with those bands, and we were having a great time. Best of all, the four of us, myself, Ben, Paul, and Christian, were able to hang out for just a whole month, and it was absolutely brilliant. Believe it or not, even though we've been a band together for 20 years, I don't like to say that because it makes us sound like dinosaurs, but we don't get as much time together as you'd think. So we really enjoy the opportunity to tour together because really that's the time where we spend the most time together. And we're on the road, driving up and down the country. And that's when you get some really good quality time with each other. But during this lockdown, we've obviously been doing our own individual things. And about 2 weeks into the lockdown, I had a school friend get in touch with me and say, "Hey, how you doing? I'm thinking of you. I've actually written some lyrics. I'd love you to take a look at them. I haven't got a clue what to do with them. I'm not a songwriter. This is my friend Jonathan, and he's actually a graphic designer, and he used to work for Vodafone. So he's the last person I would have expected to have written a song and
Write a
to have
song.
contacted me. Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. I think that's what happens in situations like this. People kind of think of other avenues to take their mind off of the bad news, and also being a creative person, you just like to express yourself in so many different ways. So for him, it gave him a break from everything else. I'm going to sit down and write some lyrics. So I said, yeah, I'll have a look at those one day. And a couple of days later, I sat in the garden with a guitar, and I thought, these are fantastic. These are so honest and true and real, and they actually echo a lot of the sentiments and the feelings that we're all feeling. And I felt like I could really connect to the lyrics. So I felt, well, if I can, hopefully other people who hear the song will as well. So it was the quickest I've ever written a song. 5-10 minutes later, I'd written the song, played it to him, and it blew him away. He was like, I never expected that. Never in a million years expected that. So I recorded it quickly. I wasn't planning on releasing a solo single. I really wasn't, but I just kind of felt compelled in the situation, in this time, to put this song out there right now. And yeah, so it's out now, and it's getting a really good reaction so far. People are loving it, and
Hmm.
and just as I hoped, people are really resonating and connecting with the lyrics.
Especially the music video. I watched it a while ago.
That's
It was
right.
really moving. So where did you get
Oh,
the
thank you.
inspiration for that?
Well, I think it's a combination of things, because obviously we spoke about how people have been connecting more than uh, ever before, and obviously I hope that continues, and I'm sure it will. But I thought one of the things that would be really nice is if we could show some of the experiences that people have been having during lockdown, something that represents togetherness, and even if it's just what you're doing at home, because at the moment we can't really hug anyone, we can't really reach out and touch anyone. It's a very strange, isolating time, obviously. So it's how are you coping with it? How are you dealing with it in all different ways? And what I learned from asking people to send through videos is I heard all these different stories about what people have been doing. And so many of the people that sent me through videos were key workers, people who are working in hospitals, frontliners. And that's when it really hit me, kind of what this is all about. Everybody's at home going, oh, I'm fed up of being at home. I'm fed up of this. But actually, you kind of need to step out of that for a second and just realize what's going on out there, and that there are so many people that are working very hard. So many people that are working endless hours. For a lot of people, there hasn't been a lockdown. It's just been business as usual, times 10. So I had some fantastic videos. I spent a few hours editing them together. It was a bit of a challenge when I had to kind of get 200 video clips from people all over the world.
That's a lot.
Many of them from the Philippines as well.
And I didn't even think that you edited everything. So it's like you made the song and you also edited the video. What else can't you do?
DJ Alex, I'm sure you're familiar with this, that nowadays the artist has to be their own PR person, their own label, their own management, their own video editing suite. They have to do everything. And I think that's really fun. I mean, gone are the days where you could just sit at the piano and, write a song. It's kind of more challenging now than it's ever been before, because if you want to keep up with what everybody else is doing, you kind of have to do a bit of everything. So I love video editing. And whenever
you have to adapt.
do tours, absolutely. When we did our last show in the Mall of Asia last year in Manila, I did all the visuals for the tour as well. So I really enjoy doing that kind of thing. And I think this video was probably my favorite thing that I've ever edited, because when I saw what people sent in, I had no idea how I was going to edit it together. So you had some people that were passing around signs to each other. And then a lovely person, a view on Instagram, she was sitting there for the whole length of her video, just sitting there, working away, writing things down. And I was thinking, well, that's a strange choice of video to put, to send forward. And she's writing things down. And then at the end, she just holds up a sign, I was at the hospital. And she's actually at work.
Oh.
And I thought that really moved me and it really touched me. So I kind of tried to make a feature of that moment, because I thought that is actually what it's all about. Everybody's working really hard and saving people's lives. And I think that is the heart and the spirit of the video.
There you go. I know that tribute video of yours really did touch the hearts of not only all of our wishers and your fans, but all of the frontliners who are risking their lives for all of us. I mean, that's really a noble thing to do. And actually, you editing that video really did garner a lot of compliments right here on our Facebook Live. We have a lot of your fans like Radia Ibrahim and a wisher here named Martina Ekaristi, who said that you are a handyman and you are very multi-talented because of you editing and singing and doing everything else in between.
Oh, I don't know about handyman. If it comes down to actually fixing something around the home, then
you're screwed.
Yeah.
Probably. Alrighty. And well, I know that you have, of course, a very solid fan base here in the Philippines. I mean, every time you have a tour here, I still get requests for all of your songs and everything like that. Well, what is the thing that they can still expect from you?
Well, I've really enjoyed performing this song and promoting this song and reaching out to people all over the world. It's been fantastic. And but moving on from this, the next thing is obviously there's going to be more songs from A1. Obviously, we each have our own solo projects as well. So Ben has a new song out at the moment. Christian over in Norway is preparing a tour that he's doing. So we're all very, very busy. And but I think the next thing for A1 is actually an online concert of some kind, because we really want to obviously connect with our fans during this time. So we're looking into something like that. So that's coming next. And in terms of an album for me, I'd quite like to do another album because it's always nice to be able to express yourself and express what you're feeling. Don't get me wrong, I love working with a band. It's fantastic working together, but there's something different about actually expressing what you are feeling as an individual as opposed to as a collective.
That's true. There's something more personal, more intimate, and more honest and authentic when you
Yeah,
actually go on and release those things that really came from you.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
That's really, really amazing. And I know that all of your friends are looking forward to that. So, wishers, we have been talking about this new song called Where Were You? And actually, you'll get to watch that here on Wish Connects. He will be mashing it up with something extra special. It's another song called Every Time. So how was it mashing these two songs together?
Um, well, I was just thinking it'd be quite nice to do something new and something old, a classic from the A1 days. And we have a lot of ballads, as you know. Obviously, Like a Rose is a very popular song in the Philippines. One Last Song. We're fortunate that we have a lot of ballads, and they've actually connected with people in the Philippines more so than probably many other countries in the world. So even here in the UK, because in the UK we were very much known as the kind of the up tempo dancing band to an extent until we released Caught in the Middle. But fortunately, our ballads have really hit in a big way in the Philippines. So I wanted to do a little bit of a new song and a little bit of a classic, which is a song called Every Time. I mean, I'm always up for a challenge. I'm actually looking to do some kind of charity performance on possibly Instagram or Facebook where I play everybody's requests. And I often do it on my Instagram lives because I just like
Wow.
trying anything out, throwing myself in the deep end. For half an hour, 45 minutes, you can throw your requests at me and I will play everything. I'll have my iPad in front of me for lyrics and I'm good to go. And fans have already been doing that and it's been brilliant.
Talk about being hands on. I bet your fans love that. I mean, who gets to do that, right?
It's great. They really are. We are so fortunate. I mean, look, here we are all these years later. I'm going to say 2 decades because 2 decades sounds cooler than 20 years. Here we are 2 decades later
Yeah.
and people are still showing such an interest in our music individually and as a band. And so we will definitely be doing new songs. But every time I receive a message from somebody, whether it's from the Philippines, Indonesia, Singapore, or Japan, or Australia, all over the world, I just feel that is incredible that all these years later, we are still managing to reach people. And it's just amazing. And that is a really overwhelming thing that you never get used to.
Debate na ba?
I
May
think the
debate.
secret is that to
May
that
debate.
rather is aside from you all, doing all of your own stuff and of course singing together, you get to reinvent yourselves and always innovate.
Yeah.
I think that is your secret. That's really
Yeah,
awesome.
I
And
think
I know that speaking of innovations, you recently collaborated with a Filipino artist,
that's right. Yes, well, it started
and she is
with
Morissette.
Ben.
So how was that?
Oh, well, obviously, it started with Ben coming over and doing a duet with her for a Christmas release. This is Christmas, and I know he had a fantastic time working with her. And when the lockdown happened, and obviously everyone's at home, looking for possibilities of collaborations with people around the world, and I believe Ben reached out to Morissette, and she was up for singing "Like a Rose," and I don't know if you've seen it, but what a performance. It was incredible. It takes the song to a new level because it's already a lovely song, but I think it actually works so well as a duet because it adds another layer to it. So it was a really lovely video. And yeah, Morissette is fantastic. What a singer.
Indeed, that's very true. And I know that when you come back here to the Philippines with the rest of the boys, a live collaboration would be in the works. I bet.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
And I know that all of our wishers and all of our viewers are very excited for your
Mhm.
performance. So, wishers, we will be talking to Mark again in a little bit. But for now, enjoy this mashup. Here is Every Time and Where Were You? Only here on Wish Connect.
Okay, which is something new and something classic. Here we go.
Where were you when the virus struck, when the trains were emptied and the pubs were shut? Where were you when spring arrived, when the air cleared and the blues were sky high? Where were you when the world stopped, when the streets fell silent and the shops spun out? Where were you? Where were you when fear gripped the land, when death stalked the wards and the nation stood to applaud? I was at home, keeping my distance at home, washing my hands of you at home, calling my friends, holding my head up high. I was at home, playing my part at home, holding back the tide. I was home when the spring arrived. Where were you? 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 Lately, I'm not who I used to be. Someone's come and taken me where I don't wanna go. If I knew exactly what I have to do in order to be there for you when you were feeling low, and all the things we ever wanted were once yours and mine, and now I know we can revive it, all the love we left. Every time I kiss I feel your lips, and every time I cry I see you smile, and every time I close my eyes I realize that every time I hold your hand in mine, the sweetest thing my heart could ever find. And I have never felt this way since I gave your love away. Yeah. And every time I close my eyes I realize that every time I hold your hand in mine, the sweetest thing my heart could ever find. I have never felt this way since the day I gave your love away.
Comments here on Facebook Live are unanimous. They said that they got goosebumps from that performance and gave them their dose of nostalgia tonight. So, anything that you might want to say to all of our viewers, Mark?
Oh, wow. Where do I start? Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate all the lovely comments. And, I'm just genuinely touched. I'm quite moved, if I'm honest. And because I feel so grateful, so appreciative to still be having the opportunity to do this. And there's so many people that are still interested in listening to what we're doing. So thank you so much. And I hope you're well, sending lots of love and best wishes, and look forward to coming back to the Philippines and seeing you next year.
There you go. Since next year is really quite far when you think of it, we actually have a surprise for you, Mark. We will be talking to some of your fans for tonight.
I look forward to it. That'd be brilliant. Bring them on. Come on.
Okay, so we have our first caller for the night. His name is also Mark. He is Mark Acalyar. Mark, are you there? Hi.
Hey. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
How are you doing? I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm very good. I know you. Hi, of course. DJ Alex, do you know the connection that we have between the band and Mark?
Really? Please tell us more.
Yeah, I remember this clearly because it's one of my favorite moments from A1 Live. and that was when we brought Mark and his girlfriend up onto the stage, and it was meant to be a quiz, an A1 competition. And on the third
Okay.
question, Mark said, "I have a question for you," and he got down on his knees and he proposed, and it was absolutely
Oh my
beautiful. One of my
gosh.
most favorite moments. So thank you for giving us that, Mark.
Okay, Mark, I
Yeah, thank
actually
you,
have a
Mark.
question. Did she say yes?
Of course she did.
Yay!
Of
Well,
course she did.
congratulations. I mean, who wouldn't say yes, especially if you're in an A1 concert, right?
Yeah. Even if you didn't mean it, you'd probably just say yes for that moment.
That's true. So, how big of a part was A1 that you had to just propose right there on the concert?
Well, I've been a fan of A1 ever since they started, and I've always imagined that if I'm going to propose to someone, to that person that I would want to spend the rest of my life with, I would do it on a show of my favorite band. And I'm so lucky. I'm so grateful that it happened. Uh, Mark made it happen. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Quite the hopeless
beautiful.
romantic marks are.
We really are. And do you know, Mark, you actually had, I think, a few of us in the band in tears on stage. I remember Paul had a few tears in his eyes, and I feel it now. It's taken me right back there. It was a really special moment.
Oh my gosh. I think it's really the power of your music, how sweetness really radiates from your words.
Thank you.
That's so cool. So, Mark, the other Mark, what is your favorite A1 song? And can you take us into the reason why it is your favorite?
Well, actually, the first song that I've heard is Every Time. I became an instant fan after I heard the song. But my new favorite song now is Heaven by Your Side.
Oh,
Yeah, it will
that
always
was
be
the
a
song that you proposed.
special song. Yes.
Oh, wow. So it's like your life is intertwined with Mark and the rest of A1 forever.
Yes, it will be.
Absolutely. Well, look forward
That's
to
so awesome.
the anniversary concert, wedding anniversary.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
There you go. Maybe another onstage participation during that time. Who knows? So, anything else you might want to say, Mark, to Mark before we go on? And of course, say hello to our next caller.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for making that my dream. It's actually a dream come true um, to propose and on your show. And thank you for the music. You've always been you and the rest of the guys from A1. You've been an inspiration not to only me but to everyone here in the Philippines. And just continue on making great music. And yeah, we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Mark. Can we have a virtual hug here? Let's have a little bromance moment. Come on. Oh, bit tricky.
Virtual hug.
Elbow bump.
There you go. Thank you so much, Mark, for joining us for tonight, and best wishes to you, and continue to keep the fire burning in your relationship until the next A1 concert, I'm guessing. Stay safe.
Oh, that was lovely.
There you go. Calling on our next fan. Okay, let's see who is on the line at the moment. Hi, are you there?
Hi.
Hello. Hi, how are you tonight?
Kelly.
Hi, how are
Good evening.
you? Good evening.
I'm really
to
good. It's
you.
really lovely to see you.
Me too. I'm really happy that I was able to talk to you again.
Oh,
Delighted.
You both
You
seem
too.
to know each other, so can you take us into this whole story?
oh,
No,
I don't
I'm
know about the story, but yeah, Gelly, take it away.
So the first time I met him is like I'm just waiting on the hallway and like taking my chance that I would see them. Then Mark pop out of the in the hallway. Then yeah, it's like that. We just communicate and talk
Lucky
and do
you.
some moves.
You
Yeah.
you picked the right floor. You
Uh,
picked the right floor in the
yeah.
hotel.
You can still remember,
Did you
right?
did you just book a room? Did you just book a room on every floor until you got lucky?
No, someone tipped me.
Oh, I
Oh my
see.
gosh. I guess it was really meant to be that you would meet each other.
Actually, that
Oh, that's
the
really
picture
lovely.
is the second day, right? The first
Hmm.
day is yeah, that one. That's the hallway. The first picture that we have.
Oh, it's so nice. Oh, it's
It's
really
there, it's
lovely.
flashing on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
so
my
lovely.
sister told me about
How
the
about this
A1.
second photo?
That's my sister in the center, and she was the one who introduced me to A1 when I was in elementary, and I think it's also in high school at that time.
Mhm.
Like I know A1 like I'm 8 years old. Then I met them when I was like 24, so it's like so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So you've been a fan ever since. It's been so
Yeah.
long. You know what intrigues me? What made you want to be a fan and support them for all of those years?
Yeah. Good
Uh,
question.
their song, I don't know, it touched every Filipino's heart. Like, every time when they are happy, in love, or or those times when they are broken or feeling under the weather, you just need to listen to their songs and you will feel better. And I am so lucky that, especially Mark, I know him personally, and it's so great feeling knowing you. Yeah, you know that.
Oh. Oh, that's really lovely of you. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you.
That's
Oh,
so
can I
sweet.
say,
And I
can
can
I,
see your
Kelly, can I
happiness
say that,
radiating from the screen.
can I say, Gelly, that the T-shirt that I'm wearing in the "Where Were You" video, Gelly bought for me, which is so
Yeah.
lovely.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're kind of in the video.
You
Kind
get to
of,
brag about
sort
that
of.
now.
I'm no bragging you. You're the one you're right.
No. Yeah, I'm bragging on your behalf.
Yeah.
That's so
Also the red
cool.
one on the day two concert. Remember?
I know you bought us all T-shirts, didn't you? And they were all so
Yeah.
nice. We all wore them. We really appreciate all the gifts, honestly. And can I say, you very, very kindly
Oh
got
my
me some really
gosh.
nice throat sweets as well. And
You still have that.
oh yeah, I really appreciate that. I use them. I use them all the time. I love it that you're so thoughtful and thinking about health and giving us throat sweets and things to help us sing, and that's really
You
kind.
still have it.
Yeah.
Well, there were a lot. It was a big box of them. I think I've got enough for a lifetime supply.
Oh my gosh.
So
So, Gelly, aside from giving them throat sweets and a lot of clothes, are there some other, really extreme measures you have gone to just to show them how much you appreciate them?
mm. Okay. So my plan is
Spill it,
I will
spill
just
it.
watch. Did I say? So their concert last 2018, they have I think 4 shows or 5 shows in the Philippines. The first day I planned to go there, and that's the first day we saw each other. Then the second day I'm also there with my sister wearing that red shirt. Then I went to Cebu. It's unplanned. I'm asking Mark, do you want me to go to Cebu and watch you? Something like that. Then, yeah, sure. You
Which
go
of course
there.
I'm going to
But
say yes.
Yeah,
But
I think you already knew
unfortunately-
the answer to that. You just wanted him to say
Yes,
it.
good. Do you want us to come and see your shows? Yes.
So I fly to Cebu with my cousins. And we watched the concert, and it's really a fun day because it's so, it's not planned.
Hey,
Or was it?
it's nice to be spontaneous and go on adventure. I think following a band or any kind of band is an adventure, and you never know where it can lead. And I think it's fun, going on tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now you're encouraging everyone to do the same.
Well, did you the most
Or
important
are
thing?
you?
Did you enjoy the shows?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the concerts?
I enjoyed all your concerts. Some pictures are not. Yeah, I did not post other pictures because I'm not okay with like something like that. But I'm really happy that I was able to go to every concert that I can during your stay here, especially last year.
Oh, thank you. Well, I hope there will be many more to come.
Of course.
Oh my gosh, I just look up to the, I don't know, the devotion of the fans. They're like, their genuine love and support for all of you guys really is just something so surreal. So, what's your reaction to people who go to extreme lengths just to make you feel that you are important to them?
Well, I wouldn't think of it. I wouldn't necessarily consider it extreme. I mean, yeah, perhaps you would. I mean, I guess traveling around the country, some people would consider that extreme. But I think if it's something that you're passionate about, I would only ever like really encourage that, because you get new life experiences by taking, challenging yourself and traveling across the country to go and see a band. I've heard so many stories about people who have made lifelong friends by coming to A1 shows. They've met somebody there who's traveled alone. So two people who have traveled alone have met each other and they've become best friends. And they say, oh, thanks to you guys, I met my partner, I met my best friend. And it's stories like that that are really kind of heartwarming. And that's what I like. So I would totally encourage it.
There you have it. Thank you so much for that. And thank you, Gelly, for joining us. It really means the world to us. And wherever you are right now, we hope that you are safe. Thank you, and continue supporting Mark and A1. Yay.
Yay.
Thank you, Gelly. You take
Thank
care.
you.
God bless.
Thank you. Alrighty, so Mark, this leaves the two of us. Again, you can invite all of our viewers, all of our wishers, and all of your fans to go on and support all of your future endeavors as well as your current releases.
Absolutely. As I said, there's lots more coming out. That we do have a lot of new songs that we could certainly put out a new A1 album, and that's something we're looking to do soon. But you can find us on all the socials: A1 Official, Mark Read Music. We're very very easy to find. We're on everything. And yeah, so just please keep in touch and watching the live shows. Because we love interacting with you. We really appreciate it. And that is, along with the live shows, connecting with the fans is definitely my favorite part of what we do. And I really appreciate it.
There you go. Speaking of fans, we actually,
Mhm.
well, are getting a lot of comments here that they want another sample of any A1 song. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure. What would you like? What are we getting
They're
any
saying
particular
Heaven by
requests?
Your Side.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me all right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'll just give you a quick verse and chorus. And this one's for Mark. You and I cannot hide the love we feel inside, the words we need to say. I feel that I have always walked alone, but now that you're here with me, there'll always be a place that I can go. And suddenly our destiny has started to unfold. When you're next to me, I can see the greatest story love has ever told. Now my life is blessed with the love of an angel. How can it be true? Somebody to keep the dream alive. The dream I found in you. Always thought that love would be the strangest thing to me. But when we touch, I realize that I found my place in heaven by your side. A little bit of heaven by your side there.
There you have it. You definitely brought a slice of heaven to our side tonight with your company and your talent. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And before we go, we just want to say hello and happy birthday to Arthur de la Peña, who is such a big fan of yours, Mark, as well as Meryl Lopez.
Fantastic, fantastic. Hang on, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Arthur. Happy birthday to you. Everybody now, birthday to you. Okay, I hope you're all joining in and singing along. Are you, DJ Alice, are you feeling nostalgic now?
I am. Just when you sang Every Time a while ago, and just talking to you really brings back so many memories. Like I was also checking out your page a while ago, definitely brought us back down memory lane. And we look forward to the time that we see you on the Wish 1075 bus. We already had Ben and Christian there, so you're next, Mark.
Right, yeah. I very much look forward to that.
Thank you and keep safe.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone. Ingats. Lots of love.
I love how you know you're Filipino.
I know a few words. Maybe next time I'll actually sing a Tagalog song or something. Maybe I'll sing something by, I don't know, Gary Valenciano or something. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But,
we'll count on that. I recorded that, so that's your promise. It's on record.
Okay, that's my promise. I give you my word. That's my promise.
There you go. So till then, wishers, of course, I know that you'll be there to support Mark and A1. For now, here is the music video we were talking about a while ago. Track's called Where Were You? Only on Wish Connect.
Thank you.
Where were you? Where were you? Where were you? Where were you when the virus struck? When the trains were emptied and the pubs were shut? Where were you when spring arrived? When the air cleared and the blues were sky high? Where were you when the world stopped? When the streets fell silent and the shops run out? Where were you? Where were you when fear gripped the land? When death stalked the walls and a nation stood to applaud? I was at home, keeping my distance at home, washing my hands of you at home, calling my friends, holding my head up high. I was at home, playing my part at home, holding back the tide. I was home when the spring arrived. Where were you? 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 Where were you when the signs went up? When no kids were playing on these empty streets? Italians cried, none shall sleep. Centurion tone rose to the feet. I was at home, keeping my distance at home, washing my hands of you at home, calling my friends, holding my head up high. I was at home, playing my part at home, holding back the tide. I was home when the spring arrived. Where were you? 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 When we all stood together, we all stood together, holding back the tide, losing sense of time. When we all stood together, we all stood together, holding back the tide, losing closer home, keeping my distance at home, washing my hands of you at home, calling my friends, holding my head up high. Home, playing my part at home, holding back the tide. I was home when the spring arrived. Where were you? Where were you? Where were you? Where were you? Where were you when the world stopped?
Talk about a nostalgic evening here on Wish Connect. Thank you so much again to
Unfinished